He's dancing. Hey. Hey.
Okay. Ranger. There's actually a reason why my wife is videotaping the dogs going crazy in the front yard. Ranger. Grizz. One of the biggest questions we've been, hey, Ranger, coming up with is how to control a dog that is uncontrollable. Usually it's that puppy stage, somewhere around 10 months, where the dog actually starts getting some size, and it becomes a little harder to hold the dog down. When it's before 10 months, it's a puppy. You can literally step on the leash, you're fine. Now that they're getting bigger and bigger, they're getting a little difficult to control. So that's what this video is all about. The many, many uses of this $17 snout harness. Whether you're taming a crazy dog for the day, you're going for a walk, you don't like them pulling on you. If you have a heartworm dog that you have to control all the time, it's an awesome use for that. We also use these inside the house when we need to control that uncontrollable dog. We'll hang an 8-10 inch leash from it. And anytime we need to, as the dog's walking by or as the dog's jumping on you, you can grab a hold of it and redirect the entire body just with this harness. I love these things. So again, we're working on the uncontrollable dog. I actually kept them in the crate 1 extra hour today for their nap time to make them a little nuts. And the point of that is to show you how the snout harness absolutely controls even the uncontrolled animal. So we're taking one of the toughest dogs we have and we're putting a snout harness on him. Grizz? Grizz is out. And we're putting the dog in total check. Anywhere I want, anything I want him to do. Sit. Sit. Good. As soon as I take it off, he's going to be a nut job again. Guess who's next? Good job, Ranger. Grizz. Grizz. No. Grizz, come. 3 times I had to call him for him to come to me. You know, Tank, this is going to be fun. He knows what this is. He doesn't like it. He actually just got off the snout harness. He's without a leash. He's correction collar trained now, and he's actually an awesome dog. But during these times when he's first getting up and getting out, he's very uncontrollable. So we've taken the other dumbhead and we put the snout harness on him. And we're able to control him. We're able to move him. Compound, drop that stick. Ranger, anywhere we want him to go. He can't go anywhere. If he tries to, if you can get a close-up of this, if he tries to go anywhere, pulling back on this turns the head back and away from whatever interests them. So you're not only changing body position, you're changing mind. That's the genius behind the snout harness. A normal snout harness is, when it's being used, is open. Open your mouth, big boy. Come here. They have plenty of room to open their mouth. They have plenty of room to pant. They have plenty of room to drink water. You can probably even feed them treats and such. However, if this was an aggressive dog and you were walking it and all of a sudden it tried to start biting you or something to that effect, all you'd have to do is lift up and it pinches the entire mouth closed the way it goes through the ring. This particular one actually has a lock that goes all the way down, and you can actually turn the snout harness into a muzzle if you had to. He's an awesome sport for letting me do all that to him. Get a real good zoom in on this. If you hold this properly, it goes over the snout, around the back of the head, clip it together, and it's on. I'm purposely putting him in the middle of the fun here so I can show you, if he was heading towards danger, how you can turn his head and pull him right back. You can use it as a simple suggestion, just very little weight to it to bring him back to where you're going. Or if he was out and out running for a problem, you can use it harshly and pull him back any direction you need to go. So in addition to me doing a lot of the snout harness work, we've got Wyatt, who's a teenager who's also learning how to train dogs and such. We have him learning for the first time how to use a snout harness, because the mistakes he's going to make, the mistakes he has made, are going to be some of the mistakes you're going to make. So we're able to show that to you as well. Cool. Hands back down to the side. You can give him more rope than that. If you can droop it between you and him, that's the best way. Off to the side, you go ahead and start spinning around. You don't have to watch him, he knows which way to go. Look at you. Look at you. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, nobody ever likes these at first. Nobody ever likes these at first, but you did a good job. You did a good job. You did. There. Okay, boy. Okay, boy. The important thing about snout harnesses is fitting them properly. Guys, if they're not fitted properly, the snout harness can very easily come off the edge of the nose just by the dog brushing on it. What you have here is the snout harness part of it, the snout ring, and then you have the collar part of it that actually goes around the dog's neck. So, guys, what you want to do is put the snout part on first, the snout ring on first, and then go to the back of the neck and put the collar part on. Now, I haven't found one of these yet that don't loosen up as you're using it. So, when you finally get it to the size that you want it, you're probably going to want to put in a stitch or two to keep it there. Lucy, Luna. So once you size it up, you're going to want to put a couple of stitches in places with a needle and thread to make sure that they stay put, just like this one. So you want to make sure the snout ring is far enough back. You don't want it obviously touching the eyes, but you want it far enough back to where the dog's not going to be able to slip it off. These adjustments on the side, this is the only snout harness that we found that has these adjustments, where you can bring this further back or further up, depending on the size of the dog. So you want it far enough back to where they can still see, but not so far up to where they can knock it off. Now, this particular snout harness has got a ton of room. They can chew on a Kong. They can even eat a full meal with these things. So don't let people tell you, oh, it holds the mouth closed, they can't drink, they can't pant, they can't cool themselves off. It's absolutely ridiculous. The other part of this snout harness that nobody else has is this lock. This lock can go up towards the mouth, close the mouth, and lock down, keeping the dog's mouth locked. Now at this point, they can't pant, they can't cool themselves, and so on. So you do need to get the dog out of whatever situation you're in at that point to where you have the dog's mouth locked. It's just like having a muzzle locks down the dog. So for absolute control over your shepherd while you're working, while you're training, while you're walking, this is awesome.